Hi, this is John. Welcome back to my channel. So in 2019, right here and now, the prevailing belief is that somehow veganism, being a vegan, is healthier than eating an omnivore diet. An omnivore diet is one where you have a little bit of everything. You have animal-based foods, you have plant-based foods, you have seafood, all of that. So in 2019, it's generally accepted, and the belief has been, propelled all throughout our society that being a vegan is healthier. And today, I'm just discussing some of the consequences or potential problems with being a vegan, and it's up to you ultimately. If you're choosing or deciding or thinking about going down that road, it's up to you ultimately to do your own research and find out if in fact, these things are all true, and if in fact there are possible consequences to being vegan. So first and foremost, I'm not here to bash vegan, but just state simple facts. And one is that the vegan diet plan is dreadfully low in vitamin B12. So B12 is essential to us humans. Without it, you die. That's the bottom line. So supplementation of vitamin B12 is absolutely essential. Without it, you get sick eventually and you die. That's it. So there's a problem, B12. That's one thing. Two, EPA, DHA, those are derived from basically fish. You can get them from fish. DHA and EPA, they're essential for a healthy nervous system. They're essential, they're part of omega-3 fatty acids. They're usually involved with omega-3 fatty acids. Look, foods that are high in fatty fish oils, fatty fish in general, are going to be high in DHA and EPA. The vegan eating plan, there is literally none unless you're going down the road of having flaxseed oil. And you are really depending upon how well your body converts that flaxseed oil. And this is a genetic predisposition. A lot of people convert it very well, and they don't need as much flaxseed oil. Some people are terrible at converting it from flaxseed oil and converting it into DHA and EPA. So those people are going to need to supplement with quite a bit. And I mean several tablespoons per day of flaxseed oil to make up for that lack of DHA and EPA. So two things we have, the B12 and we have DHA, EPA. Those are areas in which the vegan eating plan is lacking severely. And then the third one is vitamin K2. K2 has a lot to do with the conversion of calcium into the hardening. It allows our bodies to turn it into bone, teeth material, bones and teeth. I mean, these things we need. And to make really hard bones and teeth, the calcium has trouble entering without K2. And again, that vitamin K is lacking in the vegan eating plan. So, having said all of that, B12, EPA, DHA, and K2, again, it's up to the user to do their own research and, of course, consult with their own doctor, which, of course, most people don't do. They just go off and become a vegan. And then they realize that, hey, a lot of them, when they do switch from what they're currently eating to a vegan eating plan, they usually feel great. And this is just a fact. Okay, I've heard it. You've probably heard it from people who are newly vegan. They love it. And they love the burst of energy that they get. The good part about that is, in fact, they are eating more whole, healthy, even organic foods, and therefore they are getting, a better reaction from the foods that they're eating than they were prior to going vegan. Now, why would that be? Well, a lot of them weren't exactly eating healthy, clean foods in the first place. They weren't eating whole foods in the first place. A lot of it processed foods. Yes, a lot of it from an omnivore, animal sources, plant sources, seafood sources, but a lot of it processed. So going from processed foods to a whole food eating plan is going to generally feel better, and it's going to feel better on their digestive systems. However, those same nutrients that I mentioned are still lacking, and it's only a matter of time before the body picks up on the lack of those nutrients. And when that day comes, there will be a day that comes without proper supplementation. There's going to be a price to pay. So anyone who's interested in going vegan, I highly recommend you take your time researching it, find out more about some of the things I've discussed and whatever else I have not discussed. There's plenty of things out there that you can do to research, plenty of sources you can go and find out this information. So again, vegan, is it the healthiest eating plan in the world? No, absolutely not. It's not. That's the bottom line right there. It's not. If any eating plan is lacking in 3 major nutrients, then no, it's not the best eating plan in the world. Is it better than what some people were doing prior to that veganism? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But will it sustain long-term health and life? Wow. Now that's a different issue altogether. So for what it's worth, from my heart to you, John Hart, thank you for stopping by today. Remember to hit the subscribe button below and feel free to comment as well.